There, it's going faster now. You should see something in Zoom.
Zoom says the content of this meeting is being sent to the custom live streaming service.
Okay, and I see it live on Twitter, and it's live on Facebook and LinkedIn. So now go back to scroll down. Huh. I wonder if somehow the stream, can you copy that stream software key? I wonder if yours would be different from mine. Still not showing anything. It's a black window for you.
All right, I got people waiting.
Yeah, go. You won't stream to Facebook, but everywhere else. So carry on.
Okay.
We won't sweat the small stuff. Have a good call.
Thanks, bye. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Monday call. Sorry for the delay. Streaming services just were not cooperating today. So we are live on all platforms other than Facebook. So I want to welcome everybody who has joined us. We are on our Monday call. So this is the Chief AI Officer Monday tool call. If you are joining us for the first time from the challenge last week, I'd like to welcome you, and we're happy that you're here. I will be starting the agenda in just a minute, just waiting for a few more people to come in and join us here. Happy Monday, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. All righty. So give me 1 second here. Okay. Megan, hello, hello. So for before I get into the beginning here, I would like to introduce everybody to a new member of the Chief AI Officer team, and that is Megan Monique. Say hi, Megan.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you.
Megan is joining us as our community coordinator. So you may have seen her in calls last week. She will be on calls going forward and doing all kinds of things relating to our growing and expanding community. So thank you for joining us today. I also have an announcement to make. Again, welcome everybody if you're joining us. Hello, Tina. Make you a co-host here. Yes, I want to make Tina a co-host. So again, I want to welcome everybody who's joining us on the call for the first time. This is the Monday AI Tool Call with ChiefAIOfficer.com. My name is Lee Pomerantz. I'm one of the fellows in the program here, and I will be leading the call today. We had a great challenge last week. If you are here on this call from the challenge, we welcome you and we're glad to see you here. I hope that you will join us in the Chief AI Insider community. And if Tina, you could throw that learn more link in the chat, I would appreciate it for people who want to join us in the AI Insider community, because this call is open, as is our Friday call. The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday calls are for our members only, but this call is available and is open to everybody. I also want to let people know, if you're here on this call, if you were part of the challenge, that we had technical issues yesterday, and the challenge special offer pricing that was set to expire at midnight last night has been extended for another 24 hours. So if you are interested in getting in on the special offer pricing that was announced during the challenge, we had some technical issues. That offer has been extended and will be expiring at midnight tonight. And yeah, that was just fun technology issues. All right, so what are we going to do today? I thought I would take us in a little different direction. We talk about prompt fault and we talk about smart cuts, but we haven't really taken a deep dive into, kind of what a smart cut is. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through a smart cut today. And just to see how that whole thing works. Oops. Let me drag this over here. All right. So we should be able to see my screen here. So for those of you who have not played with a smart cut or don't know what a smart cut is, it's basically a packaged standard operating procedure, if you will, for how we do things and what those processes are. Let me just get this opened up over here again. And let me get chat back over here again. All right. So we're going to try and go through just briefly a smart cut on AI video creation. Just a quick show of hands. How many people have played with AI video creation, whether it's on the Runway platform or any other platform? Show of hands. Anybody really played with it? Okay. Sherry, what was your use case? Why did you do something with generative AI for video? If you could share that.
So I don't know if this applies, but HeyGen, I've used that quite a bit for training materials and presentations, and so that would be one product that I've used. And I've played around with some of the other ones. I don't remember the names of them, but they were for social media content posting.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. Robin, could you share, welcome to the call, and could you share what you used a generative tool for in video creation, please? There you go.
I used the AI with smart cuts with the chat GPT, right like me.
Okay. Okay, so that's the smart cut that you used. Was that helpful?
It was very good.
Excellent.
I
All right.
did a chapter.
Sweet. Appreciate your sharing on that. So I'm going to go through the smart cut and just kind of share what this is and how it works. Prior to last night and my getting set up for this call today, I've never used Runway. So this was a training exercise for me in going through, how does this smart cut work? I mean, I've certainly looked at lots and lots of smart cuts, but it was an exercise for me specifically on the Runway product. So basically, the smart cut's going to walk us through. It's a comprehensive guide, as it says. This one focuses on creating videos from text images and actually from text or images, and I'm going to show you both of those. It's a step-by-step way. And we also have prompt vault, which is sort of, tied in with this, and we'll see how that works when we get to it. So going through the smart cut, basically set up your baseline. So you can go to runwayml.com. Throw that in the link here. Yep, that's the app link. So let me just type it in here. runwayml.com, and you can sign up for a free account, a trial account. There are some limitations on that account, but it's a fun tool. It's a wicked fun tool, and we're going to get into some of the things that it does there. So first thing we need to do, go get yourself an account on Runway, and then you, like anything, this is prompt. So we're either going to be giving this an image and asking it to generate video from that image, or we're going to give it a text prompt. We're going to start out with a text prompt, and then it says you need to select what model you want to use, and we'll go through that. So it gives us kind of a step-by-step of how to get started. And then let's get into it. Runway ML, and we're going to use this prompt up here. So um, create a video that envisions the evolution of urban transportation, emphasizing the role of autonomous vehicles within a futuristic and vibrant cityscape. All right, so that's the prompt that we're going to use. And there's all kinds of use cases for creating video, and the video generation tools are just getting better and better. So let's use that prompt, and let's go over and what I did last night, and I'm going to, kind of speed this up just a little bit because there certainly is a rendering time for these videos, and I don't want everybody sitting here and waiting. So what I did is I took this prompt, and I'll throw this in the chat. So if you've got a trial account set up and you want to try this prompt, there it is. You can, be doing this along with me if you want to. So that's the prompt that I put in. Now, because I have a trial account, I'm kind of limited to only certain models within Runway. Um, Alpha Turbo is image to video, so you have to start with an image. That's not what we're doing here. We got a text prompt. So I needed to go down to their Gen 2 model. And as these models come out, they keep getting better and better, as we all know. So the Gen 2, just using it here for demonstration purposes. The other thing that you'll notice when you sign up for a trial account is that you get credits. I think you get 150 credits to play around. And each time you go through and you generate something, you burn those credits, and it actually shows you how you are consuming those. It'll tell you what the credits used are. So being a total newbie here with Runway, I just took that prompt. I didn't do anything to massage it or try anything, optimize it, or use any of the other tools that are in the left sidebar, which we'll get to in a second. And this is what it came up with. Okay, it gave me a 4-second clip. I could set that time and make that a little bit longer if I wanted to. But yeah, I would say, that's a decent rendering of the evolution of urban transportation, emphasizing the role of autonomous vehicles within a futuristic and vibrant cityscape. Pretty cool. Okay. So that was the first crack at it. And then what I did is I went over to Prompt Vault. Okay, so if you don't have a Prompt Vault account yet, if Tina can throw in the link to getting a Prompt Vault account, I would appreciate that. So in Prompt Vault, which is our prompt optimization and organizing and trial platform, we have a prompt for Runway video creation. And we all know that, the better you can make your prompt, the more detail you can give it, the better the output is going to be. Now, I'm not a real creative person, okay? And you can get into these prompts where, you can specify, I want it to look like it was shot with this kind of a camera, using this kind of film stock, with this kind of lighting from these kind of lights. I mean, you can really, really get into the details and the weeds. And if I was a creative person and I had that domain expertise and that domain knowledge, I would be able to really give it a really, really beefy prompt. But let's just switch this on to autofill. And again, what's the location? Urban transport. What's the role? Autonomous vehicle, futuristic, cityscape. All right. So let's run this, and we're going to run this in ChatGPT. And what this is going to do is this is going to generate a better prompt. And again, you can ask the AIs themselves. I'm trying to do this, and here's what I thought of as the prompt. Uh, so it says to me, I'm unable, and I'm actually going to throw this into the chat so everybody has it. And it's too big to throw into the chat, so let's break it up here. Do that. Okay, so there's part of it. And here's the rest of it. Okay, so you can see that ChatGPT took that very simple prompt that I had, and it said, okay, let's get into this. And it talks about, a lot of details. It adds a lot of richness and description as the scene transitions. Autonomous vehicles gradually integrate. So it talks about the movement that it wants to have happening in there, what the video can highlight, the futuristic cityscape features, uh, designed for lanes of autonomous vehicles. So it took my little short prompt. It took my little, 2 second, 2 sentence, or it was actually one sentence. So it took my one sentence prompt and it turned it into this really rich, much more comprehensive prompt that I can now put into Runway. Except I can't, because I think in the trial version, if I try to copy this and paste this into Runway,
Lee, it worked. I just did it.
it won't let you.
No, it let me. I have a trial account. I don't have a regular account. I actually just paste in to describe my video. I put that all that information you put in the chat in it, and I have 2 different pictures of it.
So it did let you put the whole long description in?
Yeah, but it didn't. It's not a video. It's just 2 pictures of
Oh,
like
pictures. Okay, we're doing
trees.
we're doing video here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
copied what you put in the chat. Was that not video? I thought it was.
Yeah, it's for video.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, I could try animate image.
Now, right. So you can get Runway. Runway does a whole lot of different things. It does images, it does lip syncing, it does video. We're using it just for video right now. So this 320, you can see right here on my screen, 320 of 320. So the size of the prompt, I can't take that whole big long prompt and put it into the trial version. But if I did, it would probably give me a really much, much better rendering of what I want here. So that would be a way to dial in, to take the prompt that you've written, bring it into Prompt Vault, optimize it, get an enhanced prompt out of it, and then bring it back over into Runway. All righty. And again, I'm limited in the trial version here by the number of characters that I can put into the prompt. I'm also limited in the trial version with the models that I can use here. All right. So going back and taking a look at something else that I did, I also took this. Okay, so what I did, I don't know why that's not bringing that up, but what I did was I took that prompt, create a picture that envisions, okay, so that's the original prompt that we've been playing with, and that's the one that's in chat. I wanted to see what Runway would do with giving it a picture instead of giving it a text prompt. So I went over to ChatGPT just to maintain consistency here, and I gave it the prompt that we started out with, and I asked it to generate an image for me. Sure enough, it did. Okay, so there's the image that ChatGPT gave me. I then came back over to Runway, and I was able to put that image in as the basis. See the original session. Okay, so what it's not showing you is I basically took this image, dumped it into Runway here where it says drag an image. And then I said, use that image instead of the text prompt. So I went from the text prompt to the image in ChatGPT, and then I took the image over here to Runway. I put the image in and I said, okay, now generate this for me. And you can see this is way cooler than what the original was. So there's multiple ways to get to the same place. You can start with a text prompt and go right to video. If you don't want to go through the process of creating a text prompt, you can just take an image that you already have. So you have an image asset and you want to automate it and videoify it. That's not a word, but you want to create, you want to convert that still image into a video, and Runway can do that. Runway can do all kinds of stuff. There's 34 different tools that are in Runway. You can generate video, you can generate audio, you can lip sync video, you can pull out backgrounds. You can go here and browse through this. I'm not going to read them all to you. Erase and replace, backdrop, remix, all kinds of crazy, wonderful things. Now, the thing that I didn't show you, and we'll go back to my assets here for a second. We can just take a look at this and see it in the original. Now, there are a bunch of tools. Like I said, I didn't really get into playing around with any of the tools, but you can use a text prompt. You can actually play around with, camera control in terms of how it's panning and how it's zooming. There's motion brushes. So if you put an image in here, uh, I can drag an image over here. Come on. Okay, so with the motion brush, you can control what's moving and where it's moving on the screen. There's all kinds of styles are not supportive. Okay, okay, so let's remove this image. Let's go back here. Not going to let me do that. Okay, so let's go back here for a second. Go back to the original session. Okay, so in styles, there are all of these really, really cool preset styles, cinematic, cartoonish, digital art, concept art, black and whitish, just tons and tons of styles that are pre-baked into the tool that let you play around with that. You can play around with the aspect ratio that it's going to generate for you, and then there's all kinds of other custom presets. So if I was somebody who needed to use video content in something that I needed to build, all right, and I'm not a video editor, I'm not a video creator, I'm not somebody who that side of my brain does that kind of stuff. But this is a wicked tool. I mean, I have not played with Runway before. I can see what the excitement is about it. I can see how crazy this is. And again, I'm using the Gen 2 tool. They're already on Gen 3. So whatever the Gen 2 provided for me in the trial that I was able to play with, it's already gotten better than that. And remember, the AI you're using today is the worst AI you're ever going to use. Just keep remembering that, because there's more and newer versions that are coming out all the time. So going back to our smart cut here, okay, which is where we kind of started this whole thing. It took us through the process of how to set up the tools that we need to use, walked us through the steps that we need to take in terms of creating the prompt, putting the prompt in, uh, if the initial video, so you can remix and you can retry and redo the prompt as you're going through. You can apply styles. And then you have the final version. In the trial version, there's going to be a Runway watermark on it. That's what this little multicolored dot down in the corner is. So when you pay for the application, that watermark goes away. And then it also gives the ability to, download it in different resolutions. So whether you need, 720 or 1080p, things like that. And then some questions about Runway. All right. So can Runway create videos without prior video footage? Yep, absolutely. So you can generate directly from text or images, as I showed today, going from text and going to image. How do I choose the right AI model? You really kind of have to play around with it. And I would say probably there are just gazillions of YouTubers that are out there that are experts at a tool like this. So if you wanted to go get somebody else's opinion about which would be the best model to use for a particular application, remember the models are going to change. The outputs that you're going to change, the outputs that you get from the models are going to be appropriate depending on what you're trying to do. So, for example, um, ChatGPT is really good at analytics and browsing the web for information. Claude can't browse the web. So it's a different use case. But Claude is much better at writing than ChatGPT seems to be, in my opinion. All right. So explore the model descriptions and examples, and you really need to play around with it and see what you get out of it. And again, what if it doesn't give me what I've been looking for? What if it just gives me something that's totally bizarre and random? Keep playing around with it. Play with it, utilize the styles feature, and then that'll help you get out of it what you're trying to do. Okay. And then the last page of the Smart Cut is a link to access the prompts. So all the Smart Cuts are connected to prompts that might exist in Prompt Vault. And I see that Tina put the link for Prompt Vault Studio in there. Thank you for that. And then where do I find this stuff? So I'm going to go back into a share mode here for a second. And let's go take a look at where we can find all these cool smart cuts. So they are in two places. So you can go to resources. All right. So for those of you that are on the call that are just joining us, this is the AI Insider community login area. This is the members area. So we can go to smart cuts here and we can find a handful of smart cuts that exist. But the real collection of them, and there are lots and lots of them, is right here under VIP Smart Cuts. So you can just go through and look at all the smart cuts that are in here. You can filter on different applications. So I want a smart cut that deals with video, or I want a smart cut that deals with audio, or I want a smart cut that can help me out with some writing. So you can zoom in on what your use case is. And then we also have in the insider community, here we go, monthly downloads. So we're putting out bonus material every month, and the bonus material consists of premium smart cuts and premium prompt packs. So if you haven't looked at these, check out this section in the insider community. Take a look at I think we're up to 4 months of new stuff here. So there are, 10 new smart cuts that are here, 10 more here, 12 more here. So we're trying to put out 10 to 12 a month and share those with the community. Same thing with all the prompt packs. So if you go here and you look at these premium prompt packs, you can basically look at this and then download it, by clicking on it. You can go here, add this to your library. It takes you over into your library and it says, do you want to import this premium prompt pack? Yes, I want to import it. And then it brings it in. So that's how easy it is to bring things in from the VIP downloads and add them into your Prompt Vault account. So that's a quick run through on what a smart cut is, how it works, how it ties in with Prompt Vault, and a quick demo on Runway ML. Having seen what Runway can do, both taking it from a text prompt to video and taking it from an image prompt or sorry, from an image that you uploaded to video. Who can see use cases for this in things that you're working on, or things that you're working on for yourself, or things that you're working on for your clients? Anybody have any use cases that come to mind? Sherry says yes. Matt says the new podcast is relative to this discussion. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that there was some synergy there. So I appreciate that. Thanks, Matt. I will go check that out. Um, Cool. Any other comments, questions? Again, the challenge deadline has been extended for 24 hours. I'm putting an email out right after I get off this call. So if you're here joining us from the challenge and you did not get to take advantage of the special challenge offer pricing, we will be extending that 24 hours because we had some technical difficulties. Terrence shared from my AI band's premiere album. Okay, so what'd you do? How did you create that, and why should we take a look at it, Terrence? If you put
So,
something up there, I'm gonna call on you. So,
right.
but what'd you make it? How'd you make it?
So I was just experimenting with different video rendering, AI video rendering, and one of them was Runway ML. And I used the Runway ML
Sorry.
image video in combination with the lip syncing. So then I had to drop in the lip synced head over the image video. So it looked like the guy was actually riding down on the motorcycle and he's singing the song. So that's the My Machine video. And then
Okay.
the other videos are from different AI video production companies. So
Cool. So you're going from images to video, or you're going from a prompt to video for these?
so for the My Machine video, it was a prompt to image, then image dropped into ML
Okay.
to create the animation.
The video. Okay.
Right. And then for the video that has the headshots, I think that was HeyGen, where it was a prompt to video, and I was just, I wanted to get every, nationality of beautiful woman. So I just said, put, this nationality and do these effects on it. So that was, a bunch of 6-second ones all clipped together. And then the other video was
Easy, Terrence. We might have kids on the call.
what I did.
I'm just kidding.
Wireframe. What was that?
Andrew said he's got kids on the call, so
Right on. So the other one was done in Fireframe, and that's kind of a collage where it's going out and it's finding different images that are relevant to your lyrics, and it puts together the video for you.
okay.
So that's yeah, those are the 3 different videos that I
Cool.
tried. This was when I posted them. So April 2024. I haven't been back to any of these to see how they progressed. So I'm sure that I can create a lot better videos now.
Sure.
So,
Oh yeah. I mean, the tools keep getting better, and as
absolutely.
as I said, I was just using all the default settings um to play around with it. So yeah, you can go down a deep rabbit hole playing around with these. And that's a good way to do it for, if you want to get your arms around the tool, is just experiment with it, figure out something that you need. And I've got a sticker on my monitor in front of me that says, how can AI help me dot dot dot? And I look at that every time I'm about to do something. I look and I go, okay, yeah, how can AI help me do this? And if it's something that I do on a repetitive basis or semi-repetitive basis, I'm looking at, well, how can AI help me automate this? And, there's a fine line there. You can, it's like I have this task to do and I can get it done in, 15 minutes. I do this task every day, but it's going to take me like maybe an hour or two to put together the whole automation of this task. So I don't really have 2 hours to invest in this right now. So I'm going to keep doing it 15 minutes a day until it gets really, really annoying. And then at some point, I'll find those 2 hours and I'll automate it. And then I won't have to do that 15-minute task anymore. But yeah, it's always good to look at the little sticker that says, how can AI help me do what I'm doing right now? And that can actually lead you down some interesting rabbit holes as well. It's a learning experience to try the tools and play with the tools. As I said, up until last night, I didn't even have an account on Runway. I've heard about it. I knew about it. There's just I'm not the visual creative person, so all the image generation and video generation and stuff kind of doesn't interest me very much. I mean, it's interesting to know about how it works and what it can do, but it's not a tool that's in my tool belt. That's where I know a guy.
I want
You
to know if Terrence did the music or not. Is that you singing, man?
no, the music was gen is Terrence's music is AI generated.
Wow.
Right, so that's Suno AI. I'll drop a link into the band page so you can see exactly what it's all about.
That's crazy.
How
So
does
I
Ru-
started writing lyrics, 30 years ago, and I've had lyrics and I've had the name of the band. I haven't told anybody the name of the band because I wanted to keep it pristine for my band, but obviously I'm past the age where I could have a band. So uh, when AI came
No, you're
pop up,
not. I'm 63 and I'm still singing in a band, so that's not true.
right
That's
on,
that's all here, man.
Good for you, man.
right on, more power to you.
Yep.
Well,
And then
anyway, so when the Suno came up, hey, I'll try. I've have 3 albums of songs, and only one song ever had music composed to it about 29 years ago. So I took that song and I dropped it into Suno, and it was like blew me. This is so much better than the original. I'm gonna try doing some other songs. So created my first EP, and that's the link that I dropped in.
cool.
You can check out all the full length songs. I have them up there
Good
for free
deal.
download. And
This is rad, Terrence. I'm
Thanks.
looking at it.
Thanks, Terrence.
This is so cool.
so then it
Um,
came to how do you take your AI band on tour? And I was like, how do you do it? A hologram? So I,
Virtual bus, bro.
I
They're
started
always on
researching.
tour. They're making money while you're sleeping. That's what I'm
that's
talking
Right.
right.
about.
So I started researching and proto holograms. So proto holograms has been in business for about 5 years, and its headquarters in Van Nuys. I actually went on tour to the Van Nuys headquarters. It's owned by Howie Mandel, who's one of the major investors,
Oh,
along
cool.
with Paris Hilton, Lil Wayne, and other celebrities. It's just yeah, they're big, and it really got me excited. So the problem is that if you have your AI band on stage, the drummer is going to be looking at the drummer, the guitarist at the guitar, and they're going to be scrutinizing the play. And right now, the AI can't can't get the chords, to make it look, match up with the music. So that's something that still needs to be worked on, but
Well, pretty soon, pretty
that's why
soon,
that's what I'm
yeah,
looking
pretty
to
soon
do.
we'll have the robots up there. So the robots can just, they'll be able to play it and they'll be
Right.
able to do it well.
Well, it'll be the robot with the hologram outside of it. So
Exactly.
it won't be a hologram in a box. It'll be more like iRobot, but with projecting a live image within a body,
Exactly.
you know, uh, theater, I guess.
Cool,
which-
Matt, you've been patient. You got your hand up, sir.
Haley, I just wanted to say that the podcast for today for Chris is totally relevant, and the fact that you didn't know that it was about video and everything just makes this even more interesting. But I'm like you, I don't know much about the prompting for this type of stuff. So a couple takeaways really quick was just that the amount of tokens that you can do to generate these is a very small window. He was saying it's like 72 and it's just getting up to 100 and something. So those prompts where that was really long, it may be a limitation even at the highest paid level
It could
on
be.
what you can do. And then another quick takeaway was just that he was saying it's not remembering when you're doing these prompts and this type of stuff, whether it's for video or for pictures and stuff, is that it's not remembering all of the stuff. Like you're kind of having to redo the prompt every single time because it's only taking in a certain amount of tokens. And so the gentleman that was on there explained it really well. And the product that they were talking about is for social media and creating. I mean, basically, we'll have libraries of content of stuff that he creates for your business, and all we have to do is kind of pick and choose what we want and fine tune it. But we'll just be like producers ourselves of content, or we'll just be. It's really fascinating. So it was kind of cool. It dovetails on what you were saying, but
Okay.
I got a lot out of just that first few minutes of him explaining how that prompting part works for this piece. And so if you're
I'm running
like
in.
yourself, you
Yeah.
might want to not wait take his knowledge because it'll probably help get better prompts quicker. So that was
Appreciate it.
I'm running into that issue right now on Runway. It won't let me. It won't let me produce it. It's saying due to over usage or something that we are not allowing anyone to generate right now.
And then I'll throw this out. It was
Huh.
Twisty. It's Twisty.ai is the gentleman who he had on his podcast today. So that'll give you guys a quick look at what he was all about. So anyways, thanks.
I'm also running into this issue on make.com, Lee. And it's probably just coming down to data usage now on these platforms. They're just, they're getting so much usage to where it can't run like how it's supposed to, right?
The companies are adding more resources, as you've read and heard in the press, Microsoft went out and bought a nuclear reactor. They actually are putting the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant back online so that they can buy the power from it to help run their data centers. This is a big initiative. Sam Altman from OpenAI has gone to Washington to plead for billions and billions and billions of dollars of data center infrastructure that needs to be built out. And it's not just data center, it's the power that goes along with that. So yeah, there's an interesting race that's going on there. I noticed that I'm even having my own power issues here. So for example, over the last number of months, my computer's been running out of memory and crashing periodically. Okay. So thank you, Amazon. Sunday morning, I had another 32 gig of RAM show up on my doorstep, and now my computer has 64 gig instead of 32.
Same.
Well,
Same thing.
what was happening? Well, what's happening is I've got a lot more tabs that are open now. I've got all these AI things that are going on. I've got all these tabs that are opening up. I got a powerful computer. I mean, it's a high speed i7. It can definitely. I'm not trying to render video here, but keeping up with the tabs that are in the browsers, yeah, that eats up a lot of memory. So I threw another 32 gig in for $65, and I'm sitting at, you know, 35% memory usage right now, where Saturday it was at 75. So we're all having our own little power and resource allocation issues where we're using, more electricity and all that kind of stuff. But in a very real sense, it's happening on our desktops and our laptops as well, where, we gotta beef up a little bit to handle these new things that we're doing in our workflow every day. So yeah, so check your RAM if your computer's running out. It's inexpensive. It's a quick upgrade, and I should have done it months ago. But
Yeah, I retired the laptop and now I transitioned my gaming thing into the to this, my AI machine because it couldn't keep up.
it's
It's
right,
crazy.
and it's not a gaming computer. I mean, they used to call, really high-end PCs, workstations. So you could buy a workstation from Dell, which was, a pretty tricked out high-level machine, pre-advent of really gaming PCs. But yeah, you get a good gaming PC or whatever because it's going to give you the graphics, and it's really the memory and the graphics and the chip is what makes all the difference. So, all right, Matt, thank you again for appreciate you bringing that and sharing that with us. Serendipity was the word I was looking for, that we had both Chris and myself talking about a similar topic today. And are there any other questions, comments, feedback? Was this a uh, for the tool call on Mondays, is this a good method, a good model of going through this process, and it's helpful and useful? I see a bunch of heads nodding up and down. Okay, cool. All right. We have this great collection of smart cuts. We're going to start bringing them more of them probably to the Monday call. And then what we're also doing is we're creating another training component. So you've got the smart cut, it's connected to Prompt Vault, and oh, hey, now there's a video that goes along with it too that walks you through the smart cut. So we're using that to round out and bring more content to the pieces that we already have, because we all learn differently. Some of us are audio, some of us need to read it, some of us need to put our hands on the keyboard and type around and do it. So we're trying to address all those learning modalities that different people have. So we're going to be adding video content now into the Smart Cuts offering. Great. I appreciate everybody joining us. Again, if you're new and joining us for the first time, from the challenge that we had last week, I see a bunch of new faces. So thank you for joining us, folks. If
Quick
you've joined,
question.
I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, quick question. Matt, where do we find that podcast?
Sorry, I was just trying to respond to you. My neurodivergent brain was trying to type and think at the same time. It was actually on Spotify, so I don't know that it was I'm sure it's all dropping today.
Okay,
I happen to have it drop live in my Spotify feed, and I caught it there first. Probably
okay.
uploaded there quicker than other formats, so I'm sure you'll see it soon. Um,
Is there a way to get that link to Spotify?
sure, let me
You could just go to Using AI at Work.
Okay,
So Using AI at Work will link you to all the locations where those are,
ah,
where all the
Sorry, I'm terrible at that kind of stuff, admittedly. So Lee is a master. I like watch Lee, and I'm like, God, how does he get all that stuff do? And he's still talking at the same time. And so,
I
thanks.
got it. Thank you, Matt. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lee.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So Using AI at Work, and then they'll get packaged up and put up on YouTube as well, most of them. So go out there and consume some content. Again, I was welcoming people. If you're here for the first time, or you're here because the call is open today, do check out our AI Insider community. If you have joined the AI Insider community and from the challenge last week, welcome. This is what we do on a Monday call. And we've got a Tuesday call on prompting, and we have a Wednesday call on the AI business blueprint, and we have a Thursday call on automation and workflows. And then I'm back on the screen for Friday, where we do a recap of the week in terms of what happened in our community, the Chief AI Officer AI community, and also what happened in the world of AI as well. So welcome. We're happy to see some new names here. I'm glad that you were able to join us today. Hope this call gave you value. See you in the community. And if you hadn't joined the community yet, Tina put that link in here somewhere. Do. It's basically it's chiefaiofficer.com/learn-more. Um, and that will tell you where you can get in to join our AI Insider community. 14-day trial. Come in, check it out. This is where the cool kids are hanging out. And I want all the cool kids on this call to have a great week and look forward to seeing you on additional calls this week and see you in the community. Have a great one, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.